Welcome to round one, track preview for OCCRA. I'm going to put one lap in, see if I can't give you guys a little bit of footage. We're going to start here at the start. It's going to be like normal. We'll go down a little ways, take a hard back to the right, kind of veer up the hill a little bit. This is where the parking's going to be, primitive parking over there on the other side of the road, but the track gets pretty close over there, so we want to be careful. The track also comes right across here by that dip, so parking on that side is fine and parking on this side is fine, but not right there. Alright, let's see how this works. We're putting the creek jump in a little quicker this year, so it's more at the beginning of the lap than the end, and it's not fixed yet, which I don't go off of it anyway. That's for pros and experts. If you aren't sure about going off of that, just go around like I did. Now, come race day, if the water's down, that's going to be the line. But if not, come right up here. You'll follow the creek all the way around if it's dry. there's going to be a little bit of a hot line right there, and I'll show you from the bottom, but it's right there. We'll come off of right there. Now if the creek's dry, going through there is going to be the main line all the way down the creek. But we made this line right here just in case. A bunch of different lines up here. We cut quite a bit of new trail this year, so it's going to get a lot faster the more quads drive over it, and then make it even better for the bike. But if you notice, it's a little faster than it has been in years past. Ty had a good idea of making round one a little more racer friendly. I want to give a special thanks to Ty Richardson for laying out this track. Clint Cranford, here's a pretty rough rocky section. There's not really a good line, but it smooths out. Here's the high speed I was talking about. Special thanks to Clint Cranford, Brian Netshield, David Brown. They came out here and busted their rears to make this happen. Lots of room to pass, and lots of chance to get out and pull them motors off when you get out of the creek. But be sure and pay attention that you don't miss a turn. Hard back turn after a long straightaway. Now at the bottom of this hill, you guys need to remember the ones that might be unsure of their ability in creeks. Coming up right here, we got some steep sections. You'll go down and go over that way to the right for the easy line. track is quite a bit different from the last couple of years. We're using a lot of new trail. The year of the mud made some of the lines not passable. Now this right here shows your the work that these guys put in, officers and volunteers. This entire stretch right here was that thick, and they cut right through it with pretty much just machetes. Now coming up on this downhill, you got two options. I'm going to take the easy one. There's a hot line to the right. Be careful for any drop-offs you might see or not see. Not miss your turn after a good fast stretch. They'll sneak up on you. If you haven't turned your sound off by now, I'd like to welcome you to Race OCCRA for 2017. We're a heck of an organization, ran completely by volunteers. Anybody can be a volunteer. There's two spots right here. That one's the slow and dry. This one's the little faster and a little wetter. But it's not too deep. Curves like this, you got to get your angle down just right if you're a wider machine. And watch out for kickers. There's one coming up right here. This right here may or may not be a free-for-all, but this is about the best line. Woo! Squirrel! Another little section to let them breathe a little. Coming up, there's a little dip. Now watch this downhill. You'll get to bouncing, and you really need to stop, because if you go straight, you go down. I think y'all sport riders might not bounce as much as a recon. Now here's another section that's basically all new land we haven't used before, so I'm going to go a little slower so you can get a little lay of the land. It's a tighter section. Multiple lines will form. Be sure and read your arrows. We don't want any penalties on round one. Also, if you're still listening, there's a stump coming up. You need to watch this stump. We'll probably paint it or chop it off if we get back out here. We'll paint it at least. It don't give. But if you're still listening and you want to sponsor OCCRA, you can get a hold of me at 918-695-7270 for a sponsorship program. Watch out for stumps. I'm going to try to get those out of the way. I don't know who put them there, but they need to be gone. Right here, you got to really hug the right to stay up on top. When you come down through that, that's a slower line, but this line is completely doable if you just stay to the right. Williams Ranch has a little bit of a reputation for being tighter than maybe some other tracks that OCCRA races. But during building this track, we had a quad that was 54 inches wide, make it all the way around it. So it's a little wider than Skiatook normally is. Another high-speed section, just be careful with the dip. Make sure you get in a practice lap. They really help me a lot. I won't hardly race without a practice lap. Now, George, you're going to need to find another route. You'll probably go right and then up, or that way and up, because this will hit your roll cage. But there's always another line. We made sure of that when we were laying it out. Like I said, Ty did a really good job, and Brian and Dave and Clint were just basically amazing. They never give up. We're going to get back into the creek a little bit. You can stay to the side, stay kind of dry, crisscross a little bit. Pull them motors on. Now, one thing that I really want to stress to you, do not go into there. It's deep and you will get stuck. I know, I did it. Another freshly mowed trail, never used before. There's an armadillo. By this layout, this year we've given the minis more area, so I don't want to put the pressure on Russell, but I bet he makes a really awesome track for you guys. I know I'm always jealous of the mini tracks. Now, here's some more high speed. Probably won't be able to hear refurbished, but neat little. You can double them if you're on something bigger than a recon. Now there's camping on this side of the creek. Just make sure you're not in the path of the track. All that's good camping. And our bridge is redone this year. I think we had it redone last year, but the bridge is really smooth to get in and out of here. A couple of lines. Go up this bank anywhere you want. But there's the easy line right there. If you hear me breathing hard, it's because I'm out of shape. No other excuse. But that's basically it. Got a little zigzag here through the trees to end it. Should come right back up to the scoring trailer where it normally is. That's a lap of Williams Ranch 2017 round 1 to OCCRA. I hope y'all can make it out.